back down into the centre of town again. Lions Park, quite a nice little area, and the caravan park. Righto, we'll head out towards Horrocks. We're now heading west down to out towards Horrocks, Port Gregory and Calbarry's on this road as well. I had the misfortune of dropping my bike the other day. I wheeled it out of the shed and put it on its stand, but it was on a bit of a decline. I put it on its stand while I went back to shut the shed door. As I'm shutting the door, I hear a crash and my heart sank. This bike's got crash bars on it to stop it going all the way over, but because of the angle it was on, it fell all the way over onto the side mirror. It's taken a little bit of paint off, and on the side pannier down behind me here. Yeah, I've heard people having trouble picking these things up, but I tell you what, in the heat of the moment, adrenaline's rushing and your bike's lying on its side. I just picked it up like it was a piece of butter. It's probably not the right term, but yeah, it didn't seem that heavy at all. I'll give a bit of juice up here now and see what this wind does to this microphone. So yeah, I managed to pick it up pretty easily, which was surprising. But like I say, I think the adrenaline, seeing that thing lying on the side, $20,000 motorcycle, yeah, I wasn't too happy. But it is what it is. It had to happen sooner or later, I suppose. Very windy up here. I've got the drone with me. I was going to go and have a bit of a play, but I think it might be a little bit windy. Anyway, well, we go down the other side of the hill. You see the ocean, Indian Ocean, and I dare say it'll be a bit of a mess today. Over here on the left is owned by the boss of Dimmick's bookstores and whatnot. Pretty rich man. Apparently they're doing some core samples for mineral sands. I mentioned before we've got a couple of garnet mines further north here. If that was to go ahead, that would be quite controversial, I would imagine. They just dig a big hole in the ground and pull out all the garnet, obviously. Yeah, could be quite interesting. Here we have Horrocks. Back over that way is Geraldton. We'll cop a look at that when we come back up the hill. Horrocks, right up in the distance up there is Port Gregory. You see a little dirt road along the coast up there, that goes up to a place called Little Bay, quite a protected little anchorage, and there's campgrounds and toilets and stuff up there, $14 a night I believe. But you need a four-wheel drive to get there. The track is pretty rugged. So here we are, sleepy little Horrocks. No police station, no hospital, no ambulance, no well, there's a community centre that has a bar, has restricted hours, but a very nice venue. Went to a mate's wedding there last year. Very nice. The caravan park, quite nice. I've done quite a bit of work to it. These are just little cottages, mostly owned by farmers and various people. A lot of people out of towners too, but there's a lot of people that live here permanently. Nice foreshore area here. Jetty. Little asbestos camps that have been here for centuries. There used to be a front row of camps along here too, but they took all them down for obvious reasons. And up here is what they locally call Snob Hill, and you can see the difference in the housing up here. That's why they call it Snob Hill, because you've got to be a rich snob to own one. But that's all taken tongue-in-cheek. It's not malicious sort of nicknaming. It's yeah, just a bit of a local thing. A lot of these houses have only just been built. This front row here has always been original. There's a couple of older shacks, as you can see, but then some newer ones, and then there's a big flash one going up there that's been in the build for quite a while. They had to do quite some extensive brickwork to make that happen. Another one up there going up. As you can see, pretty flash houses, some old original ones in between, but yeah. Good fishing here, crayfishing, amateur crayfishing. There was a boat, professional cray boat here when I came down the other week, but he might be out at sea at the moment. Speed ups, wicked. This here is called the community kitchens. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. And here's the boat ramp, if you can call it that. Really high tide at the moment too. Normally there's waves breaking all the way along here, and there's a bit of a gap out there. When you judge it right, you can get out. That dinghy on the moorings there is that cray boat, so he's out at sea here somewhere, or possibly somewhere else. Righto. It's not a very nice day down here. It's a bit windy and cold. It is the 21st of May. It is actually my birthday today. I thought I'd treat myself and have a little ride around, just because I love this motorcycle. I tell you what, it's I've had it maybe a couple of months now, and yeah, I absolutely love it. More houses up there, pretty flash houses that way. Stuff like this here in front of me. Well, that's Horrocks. We'll go up the hill here now, and we'll go to the Little Bay Lookout. I mentioned Little Bay before. We'll go up the top of the hill and we'll be able to have a look over there. Unfortunately, it'll be very windy. Now, as we pop over here, I might just pull into this parking bay here. Little lookout. And in the distance you can see Geraldton. By sea. I think it's about 30 miles. By road, it's a good 60-70 k's. You've got to go back to Northampton and then from there down to Geraldton. Just around the corner here is the Bowes River, where it comes to the sea. We might try and go down there on the way back. We'll see how we go. White Cliffs Road. This is a fairly new road. I did a fair bit of construction work on this, driving a grader. Construction is not normally my thing. Maintenance grading is normally what I do, but I had the opportunity to do a little bit, and I was leading hand laying bitumen, and yeah, she's windy up here. But this road connects Horrocks to the Port Gregory Road, which we turned off to come to Horrocks. It cuts a fair. It's designed as a tourist sort of loop, so you can go to Horrocks and then Port Gregory, and a few people that live at Horrocks work on those garnet mines that I mentioned. This is sort of a shortcut through that way. It used to be a dirt road. It has been here for quite a while, this road. But yeah, it's only just recently in, I don't know, probably 3 years ago, I suppose, we bitumised it. But it's a beautiful little road. The biggest problem on this road is kangaroos. There is lots of them. It's nice wide open. I would hate to try and ride down here at night time because you'd have your wits about you the whole time and you'd be going very, very slow. But yeah, this is all bush, most of it. There's a little bit of arable land just back there, and there's some more up here, but for the most part it is just banksia scrub and kangaroos. Yeah, this wind is really pushing me around, so I'll just keep this speed down a little bit. But yeah, beautiful smooth road. Sure how rough this road's going to be. It's a gravel road just down to the lookout here. I noticed no signpost either, so I thought there used to be one here. It's actually not too bad. Sort of. Should have graded it when I was out here last. I just recently graded Bowes River Road and the Little Bay Road. Oh, yeah, that's not very nice at all. Right, down there you can see Little Bay campgrounds. Green things down there are the toilets. Nice little protected bay there. A lot of weed down there by the look of it. And then back that way, White Cliffs, which you can't see from here. And a dirty great big sandhill, which used to be fun to climb when our kids were around. So we'll fight our way back into town. We might go into Bowes and just have a look, because I graded it not long ago. It shouldn't be too bad. Don't really like rattling the shit out of this lovely piece of machinery. probably soften the suspension up a little bit too, I think. Although I think I've got it. We haven't had a lot of rain. I think someone said the other day we've only had 15 mils. Oh look, there's Lexi's crashed car over there. Here we go, this should be interesting. Not too bad so far. River just down there below us, Bowes River. This road's held up pretty well. This is usually the bad bit through here. It's usually very corrugated. This here in the paddock over here is where they used to have the Northampton dirt drags many years ago. It's been shut down now. Owner of the property's built a house there, and yeah, they don't do any more dirt dragging there anymore, which is a shame, because that was always good fun. Chevy, my son, raced as a very young bloke. Started out on a little four-wheeler and ended up racing a 750 Yami XJ that we converted into a dirt dragger. But yeah, road isn't too bad. Might be a bit sketchy around this corner. Alright, not too bad. And there it is, the Bowes River. That's where the mouth of the river is. Also really good fishing here. Hello, we got a bloke out there fishing now. Around the corner here, if we keep going, which I'm not, because it's gets really rough up around that corner there. Yeah, up around there is a surf spot, local surf spot. And that's the hole just there. It's where the fishermen usually do a right, but it looks like there's a lot of weed in there at the moment. I'll just shut this. That wind is not very friendly, but yeah, really good fishing here. Good fishing out of on a boat. I crayfished out of here for many years when I was younger. Good four-wheel drive track. You can actually get all the way to Geraldton. Coronation Beach is down there, and then Juro. You can actually drive all the way along the coast here. It's very rough. I'll let your tyres down, but yeah, doesn't look like that bloke's having a lot of luck. Right, that's Bowes River. And sort of like the most furthest point of land you can see down that way is Geraldton, as we've seen before. This road corrugates terribly because it gets a lot of traffic. The surfers, the swimmers, the fishermen, you know, people just like to come out here and sit by the river, and the problem is they usually fly along this road. A lot of surfers come up from Geraldton, and yeah, they don't really care, so they tend to fly along. Now you can probably see there, it looks a little bit like a bit of a landing strip. That was the old dirt drag track, runs up there. Pit areas and undercover areas for pits and stuff up there. There is, or was, a big burnout pad in there too. I'm not sure whether that's still there or not. All in all, the road's not too bad, except for that little bit there. It's quite nasty. The bike seems to handle it alright though. Doesn't squirm around too much. It's probably the first dirt road it's ever been on. Previous owner lived in Perth, did about 100k commute each day on it. I bought it at 79,000 kilometres, and it's got 85 on it now. But yeah, like I say, it's probably the first dirt road it's ever been on. Smooth bits are smooth, and the rough bits are rough. Righto, so we'll turn right out of here back to Northampton. goes a surfer now. I bet he's heading for bowels. I don't think he'll find much. I think the wind's picked up even more. Look at the farmer's paddock here, just blowing. It's seeding time at the moment. A lot of farmers have raked and deep ripped, and some paddocks have been seeded. I think a few have held off, but because of the late break, I say late break, but it's not really. I mean, sort of now onwards is when it really does happen, but normally we've had a little bit of rain by now, yeah, as you can see, the paddocks are very dry. GoPro stays on the top of my helmet with this wind, I think we should be pretty good. I might just keep this speed down a little bit actually, because it would be putting a fair bit of stress on it. To get home, and we'll have a little look at this footage and just see what's happened and whether it's any good. Got a big ride coming up on the 9th, 9th of June I think it is, yeah, 9th. I'm going to Parabadoo. I'm going to do the Pilbara Loop poker run. Never been on one before. Seems like a good excuse to ride around the Pilbara. We'll do a full loop from Parabadoo to Onslow, Karratha, Port Hedland, and then back to Parabadoo, I think. 3-day ride. Probably take a couple of days to get up there, a couple of days to get back, take some time off work, and yeah.